broadcast. DSPN reactivated. We back up in here, man. You know what I'm talking about? Finna play us some head-to-head games and probably play some live runs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on, but we just finna get into the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, make sure you hit that sub button. Sorry I didn't have any audio on that Lakers versus Clippers. I mean Rockets versus Clippers game, but it's all good. You seen what went down. Hopefully the Rockets win. Boy, yeah, let's go. Friday night, it's going down. It's going down.
We come to you from downtown Los Angeles and Staples Center. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, the stars always come out to see greatness.
And I love this city, from the bright lights of Hollywood to the bright lights on the hardwood. Who is going to be the star tonight?
It is showtime. Let's do this. The opening tip won by the Lakers as we get started here at Staples Center. Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand.
Get that shit out of here.
With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans and they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the entire world. The most Twitter followers of all the teams in NBA.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Kuzma to Ball. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. The drive right to the basket. Ooh, Chris Paul. Good start. He's made his first shot. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, can make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shots and thinking pass second, score first.
Lonzo with it. His team up by 1. Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47, but that was before the King headed out west. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
West is loaded, so if you don't get over 50, if you're the Lakers, are you still in the playoffs?
I think the Lakers will probably be a 6th seed. Yes, they will be in the playoffs this year.
Lakers ball. Nothing going here on that drive. Runner here won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Ball with it up top. Right now, down 7. To Caldwell Pope. Lets it fly from long range, and the rebound comes down to the Rockets. Anthony to Paul. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Struggle getting the ball across half court. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Lakers, number 11, Michael Beasley.
Chance for Chris Paul. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Caldwell Pope. JaVale McGee to Ball. Beasley to James. 4-3. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Paul had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
James. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Here comes the screen.
Come on, man.
Not that time.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Don't forget, man, you can present your tickets now at any participating Huntsville Burgers restaurant for a 10% discount on your meal. Huntsville Burgers, where the grill is magic.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Houston with the basketball.
Number 17, PJ Tucker.
To P.J. Tucker. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That's a good run.
NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. The opening tip is won by the Rockets. There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony and Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with two pass-first type PGs in James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
Shot for James Harden. Just not going down.
You know, and everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
McCollum with the basketball. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. His first effort off the mark. Paul across the timeline. Up by 3 to Anthony. Here comes the screen. Not going down for him this time.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Harden with it up top. Leads 3. James Harden missed his first. That one goes. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
Portland has the ball. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. Denied.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Who left in Houston? Luke Bamute to the Clippers, Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without two key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively, but he needs to make that applicable to the defensive end. Michael Carter-Williams is another big acquisition. He's a bigger guard. He can use his length to deter shots. And also another kid, Markel Brown, who played at Oklahoma State, extremely athletic, explosive on the perimeter. If these guys can do it by committee, that might be enough to eclipse the Golden State Warriors.
McCollum into the front court. Now down 6. Nothing going here on that drive. McCollum goes to the left side. Going to launch beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
That's no good. Trailblazers take over. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
New blood coming in for both sides.
First foul in the last 2 minutes. Substitutions, Houston.
A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
For the Houston Rockets, number 55, Isaiah Hartenstein.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Nene with the dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Trailblazers with the basketball. Lillard. His first quarter struggles from deep continue. It's no good. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Tucker. Oh, he had him there for a second. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Lillard. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Lets it fly from long range. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Three-pointer at the buzzer. Almost. It would have counted, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Jay, how does Portland bounce back from the disappointment losing in 4 to New Orleans last year?
Well, you need your stars to shine the brightest in the biggest moments, and we did not see that from their 2 stars in that first-round series against the Pelicans. And when you think about the West overall, think about this. Houston, Golden State will be great. Denver and OKC, they will be hungrier and healthy. Utah, better defensively. San Antonio, they upgraded from 9 games of Kawhi Leonard to a full season with DeMar DeRozan. Oh, and by the way, the Lakers have LeBron James. So these 2 stars need to be great and great all the time.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice. Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Shot from the lane won't go. Harkless to Seth Curry. Beyond the arc for 3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Carter Williams. Inside, he scores.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Portland's got it. To Seth Curry. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Paul. Not easy. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. It's Portland ball. Lillard to McCollum.
Yeah.
Anthony to Harden. Oh, whistles.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
LOL, remember me?
Let me see.
It's Harden. James Harden.
What up, yo,
It's
man?
beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive.
Get the shit out of here.
Oh, get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Lillard for the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Fake, drives to the rim, and he scores. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He's a scorer and an elite passer.
Lillard, they have to keep him in their grasp.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Anthony. And the rebound taken in by the Trailblazers. Lillard. That won't go. Jay, last year, Rockets 65-17. Good for #1 record in the West. What's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy. If he's healthy, you can make an argument that the Rockets may have won the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors, but also I think James Harden needs to continue
Man, I'm
to
clearly
build
throwing it to
on his
Anthony.
play
What the
in
fuck?
the playoffs in particular. Everybody knows about how great he is. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Lillard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Count the basket at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Capella.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You got to make those.
Lillard smothering D. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws.
Get this shot in.
Capella up to block it. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. So a tight one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A one-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Portland has the ball. Screen coming.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Lillard. For three. Damian Lillard. Not much more the defense could have done. It's a contested three.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland as they'll talk things over in what's now a four-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Lillard. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent.
Somebody else I got to report for string sniping. Merge Serpent.
You ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Can't connect. McCollum with the basketball. The lead is 11. Fires the three, and C.J. McCollum, good from long range.
CJ. He continues to make a case as a pantheon shooter. There are only 3 players in the league, though, that rival him in terms of volume and percentage from long-range attempts. And that's Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and J.J. Redick. He possesses a unique set of skills that makes him incredibly difficult to guard. First off, a dead-eye shooter who has an uncanny handle, who can attack you from different angles with a high basketball IQ, shows you why you're going to have your hands full. Good luck with that one.
Houston with the basketball. Harden gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Lillard. Damian Lillard at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw.